Okay, Dad, so do you remember how old you were when the Japanese invaded Guam?
I was about 4.5 when the Japanese invaded the island of Guam. The first bomb was it hits the chimney on the city power plant. After that, no more than a day, within the next, maybe 24 hours after the first bomb, the Japanese landed in Assen, which is one of the beaches that was first declared as one of the beach hole for the Japanese. And then after that, they move into the city. We hear shots every once in a while. People getting shot because they are either trying to escape or they're trying to encounter the Japanese. When the Japanese actually arrived on the city, we were all transferred to a holding facility on the island.
Like an internment camp?
Like an internment camp. But then for a while we were told that we can go back to the city. And we were allowed to move around and do our normal life for a while. When the U.S. started to invade liberate the islanders, we were moved into what you call a concentration camp. And we have to march from Agana all the way up to Yigo, where the holding concentration camp is supposed to be. We were detained there for almost a year and a half, and then we were moved from that specific concentration camp to another concentration camp, which is further south of the island, which is about 10 miles. And at that point we were detained there for the duration of the war. Execution, lack of food, lack of shelter. We don't have facilities of any kind. People are deprived from getting food. At one time Dad was was beaten. He was beaten by a bamboo stick, which is about maybe 2 or 3 inches in diameter. He was hit on the right side of his ankle and also right above his knee, and gangrene set in. And after gangrene set in, I remember that Dad ended up in the Japanese hospital in Agana for amputation. I also recall through Mom that Dad was amputated without any anesthetics of any kind, and I recall Mom saying that his leg was removed with an hacksaw, and he was in a tremendous amount of pain and was screaming. Papa was beaten again. This is after several months of recuperating, and then he tried to do the same thing at one time, trying to provide us with food, but he got caught into Mooning Village, which is, he went to our farm to obtain some food that was left over for several months, and Dad got caught and he was beaten again. He was beaten in the left foot, and he lost half of his foot again during that beating, and he was amputated again. But this is to the trying to find food for our family, because we are really starving, and we want something to eat because we were very, very hungry. Franklin died during concentration camp. We, if I recall it right, I think Franklin had a ruptured appendicitis, but the Japanese does not want to help him because they don't have facility or doctors that could do or perform surgery. And the fact is they just don't want to do anything, period, really. That's what it amounts to. So after the rupture of his appendicitis, he passed within a week, but through the experience that we had, I could reflect back him kind of, screaming of pain, and we just can't help him. So he did really suffer a lot, but after a week of suffering with pain, he finally passed. I recall after passing, within several days, Mom and Auntie Cruz and Auntie Joan, they wrap him up in I think it's a white blanket, and then after wrapping him up with a white blanket, they wrap him up with what we call on the island a rice sack, just to prevent animal from getting to the body. Yeah, I remember seeing aircraft that are not Japanese aircraft, but is American aircraft with a star on it. And we figure those aircraft are the U.S. And I remember flying very low in our camp to determine whether we are the Japanese or we are the civilians or islanders that are in captivity. The American did arrive and invade the island a few weeks after that incident. Yeah, that's hard to try to go back in history or in time, try to recollect everything.
Well, you were so young too.
Because you have to consider the age in which I am. I was 4.5. I was born in 1938, and that does put me in that particular age. And try to recall further back at the age of 4.5 sometime. It's difficult. And once mine, at the age of 17, recalling what has happened to us in the island, I really want revenge. But I think the revenge that I had was just in mind. It's a mindset. I joined the military for several reasons. To prevent occurrence of the same situation. Secondly is to, I suppose, revenge is part of it, but After years of service, I realized that that wasn't the purpose of me joining, really. I come to realize that revenge is not the answer. I mean, revenge is, well, yeah, not the answer. And I do feel that I fulfill my obligation honorably. I feel that I did what I have to do, and I feel that I fulfill my purpose. I don't want my grandchildren to go through what we have gone through. I do hope that when they grow up, they don't have to face the use of the word war or conflicts of any kind, and I do feel that maybe they could grow up in a better life